My name is Dory, and this is Electronic Groove.
My name is Hac. You're listening to Electronic Groove. I'm Hac. I'm originally from Vietnam. Grew up in LA and Chicago for about 10 years, and that's where I really got my musical influence. With like that Chicago house scene and techno. And then now I'm in San Francisco.
And I'm Dory, and I'm actually originally from Chicago, but I lived in San Francisco for about 6 years, and then I live in Los Angeles now, where I've been for 5 years.
But as far as how we got involved with Listed, there's about was it like 4 conferences or 5 conferences?
4 conferences ago.
And like we all just kind of like met up like through Gadita, who's kind of like she's like the queen, queen of Listed Productions, and we all just kind of met through there, and we just started working together. But right now, I also run Oralism Records. It's kind of like more like we do kind of like techno, minimal, and just kind of experimental music. And so I do that out in San Francisco, and I produce under the name of Chiaro with my label manager Jason Short. And so we've been kind of doing that and just doing parties out there. And obviously, I'm involved with Listen To and just their parties. And it's not so much like we have a residencies, which is kind of like we play like just like all over. Sometimes in LA, sometimes in San Francisco, and working on like getting out to New York and stuff like that, and like South America. You've been in Tahiti, right?
I'm going to be in Costa Rica in 2 weeks.
Yeah, like I said, I produce under Chiaro, and that's one of my production partners. But we have releases on Karloff Records and Fade Records, and this year I'm really focused on getting into the studio and working more music and putting it out there, and and just working with them because there's 2 aspects of the business. There's like the whole party side, and then there's the musician side. So you have to kind of reconcile that.
So there's actually a new project in the works, and I don't actually know how much I'm allowed to talk about it, but it's basically, I think what I can say, there's a new brand that Desi Marciello is heading up, and he's included probably 7 kind of up-and-coming artists, and we are going to basically collaborate on a number of projects this year. So there will be probably a formal release sometime in the next few months, and a lot more activity starting later this year. We wanted to try to launch something over Miami, but couldn't quite get it together in time. But we did do an alternative route party. That will be the mother company, and that was last night at Shine.
We all have the same vibe, and we love the music. We love to party. And we try to bring it together, and and bring we try to create unique events. So it's not just like it's a club, whatever. We try to do branded parties. We did Get Weird with Lee Burridge, and we would have everyone would come up with costumes and everything, and it's so much fun. So we try to do kind of branded events, and it just make it a lot of fun, because that's what it's about.